To round out our last part of our second lesson in this unit, we're going to look at calculating and using percent of change. We're often asked to calculate by what percent equality change is relative to its initial value. The percent discount on jeans, the percent increase of a population, those are all values of percent change. When calculating percent of change from an initial value to a final value, what we usually want to do is find the difference between those two values, then divide by the initial value, and then we can convert the decimal to percent by multiplying by 100. Now, we can also be given different things, such as the percent of change, or and not given the difference or the initial. So we can use this formula as a general algebraic equation, and we can solve for whatever missing value we have. So we're looking at the price of a vacuum that was reduced from $200 to $170. What is the percent reduction of the price? And so again, we look at our original formula where we're looking for the difference divided by the initial, and then we want to multiply that value by 100. So the difference is going to be 200 minus 170 over the initial value of 200. So when we're looking at 30 divided by 200 times 100, we get 0.15 times 100, or a 15% reduction. So a 15% reduction or sale from the original price. The price of a pair of shoes is $40 after a 20% discount. What is the price of the shoes before the discount? So again, we want to look at our formula with the difference divided by the initial times 100 equals our percent of change. Now, we're not given the initial value. What we're given is the new value, $40 after the 20% discount. And so difference, we actually need to break this down. We don't know the initial amount. We only know the new. We only know the new price. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to say, well, X is our initial value, that's our unknown, minus the new price divided by X times 100 needs to equal our 20% discount. And so we can go ahead and solve. We can divide by 100. X minus 40 over X equals 0.2. Multiply by X to get it out of the denominator. X minus 40 equals 0.2x. Go ahead and we can subtract X from both sides. Negative 40 equals negative 0.8x. And then divide by negative 0.8, and we get a value of 50. So 50 is the initial price. A customer's monthly internet bill was $63.89 due to a rate increase. Her monthly bill is now $68.86. To the nearest tenth of a percent, by what percent did the amount of the customer's internet bill increase? So we're just trying to find the percent of the increase, just like we did with our first example. So let's run through that. We start with the difference divided by the initial. So rounded to the nearest tenth of a percent, it is 7.8% increase. The price of a particular brand of headphones was $7 in 2016. In 2018, the price of the same brand of headphones was $10. What is the approximate percent increase in the price of the headphones, rounded to the nearest whole percent? So we start with our difference divided by the initial price times 100. and rounded to the nearest whole percent, we are looking at approximately 43% increase. Last one we're going to look at. The manager of a streaming video service received a report on the number of subscriptions sold by the service, as shown. The manager estimates that the percent increase from 2019 to 2020 would double the percent increase from 2018 to 2019. To the nearest integer, how many subscriptions did they expect in 2020? So we basically want to finish this chart, but the first thing we need to do is find the percent increase from 2018 to 2019. So we'll start using our difference minus the initial. When we evaluate that, we get 18% increase. Then we want to double 18% because it said the manager estimates the percent increase would be double. So we have 36% is double of 18. So then we can find the new final value looking at the percent of growth. We don't know what the final value is, but we do have the rest of the information. So X, we're looking at an increase times 100 has to equal 36%. So simplifying and solving, and we can predict that the number of subscriptions sold will be 16,850.